to give me the opportunity to speak to you and talk about our issue. I would like to thank Shafiq and Ali and Stephen for their effort and give me the opportunity to talk. And I would like to thank you for your attention and coming to here. I came from Palestine, the land of peace and the homeland of the Prophet of peace, holding a message of peace and asking for peace. Peace as a value and identity for all the humanity. And because of the peace process, which changed the meaning of peace in our mentality, because the Donald make the occupation again full occupation in our land. And we lose more land in the peace period of time than in the other period of time. For that, it's harmed the concept of peace in our mentality. We feel that we became the victim of the victim after the international community wake up after the Holocaust and solve the result of the Holocaust on our land and from our account, which bring the Palestinian issue and the Palestinian suffering on the land. We became refugee and we lose our land and lose our independence and lose our freedom and lose everything. I feel that this concept, peace, justice, freedom, is not have the same meaning in every place and for everyone. Because when you are in prison, you can't feel freedom like when you in other place. We believe that after our problem and our suffering, and we became the victim of the victim, and we start struggling to end our suffering, and we have the right to resist in any means because this is illegal in the international law. After the Second Intifada, and we see that Israel, after September 11, make a link between our legal resistance and the terrorists all around the world, which harm the image of the Palestinian in the international community mentality. For that, we start talking and discussing what is the suitable mean for our issue and what is the way to resist. Because mean is to serve the goal, not the goal itself. For that, we are a group from the middle leader of the First Intifada, and we have our experience from that period of time. And we see that in our history, we have two periods of time we became near to succeed. 1936, 1987, which was popular struggle. And we see and study the international experience, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and South Africa, and we see it is effective and it will work. And we believe that our destiny and our duty is to resist, not to keep silent. No one will respect us if we keep silent under occupation. Occupation is not just a word, it's a daily life. It's everything of suffering. For that, we decide to build and create a model to convince our society by this way of resistance, to be chosen when the negotiation fail and to be the other alternative for the Palestinian. It's the peace resistance or non-violent resistance, to be a strategy and to be other alternative for the Palestinian. We start and we see that it's effective and it's do a lot when it's used by the village who had a wall in their land and they protect part of their land by using this means. But we believe that the wall or the checkpoint or the settlement is not the problem. The problem is the colonist Zionist project in our land. Occupation is not the problem. Occupation is part of the Zionist project to do their colony in their land. It's a mean. For that we decide to win our humanity and to go through the mean of the popular struggle and the peace resistance. To give everyone in the world the opportunity to do his duty and his responsibility for our issue. Because if you are part of the problem, you must be part of the solution. You can't be free if we lose our freedom. For that, we believe you are our partner in our struggle, and we must go forward to make the third intifada global intifada and to end the suffering of the Palestinian, because you can't be free if I lose my freedom. Israel is the greenhouse for planting terrorists and extreme all over the world. And you are suffering here because the existing of Israel in our land. Israel is the guard for the interest of the military industry in your country. And your tax is going for supporting Israel to continue their project in our land. For that you must go forward and work to be part of the solution and to do your duty and your responsibility for our issue.